Hello from Freedomtax Accounting. We're an accounting firm where we have been providing quality tax and accounting services now for over 20 years. And finally, after weeks and weeks of waiting, the SBA has finally released the final simplified PPP forgiveness form that if you're self-employed, this is the PPP forgiveness form that you need to fill out. Now, we are recording this video on January 28th. We always emphasize the date on the recording on any video relating to the PPP program because this program is constantly changing. So that's the importance of subscribing to our channel so you're always up to date with the most current and accurate information regarding the PPP and the EIDL loan programs. Now, we do feel that less changes will come. This should be the last update to this PPP forgiveness form. This form has gone through many changes for the last couple of months. So this should be the final version of the PPP forgiveness form. If you're self-employed, this is the one you need to fill out. And in this video, we're going to take you on a step-by-step instructional video on how to fill out this application so you get 100% forgiveness of your PPP loan. Okay, so who is this video for? This video is for businesses or self-employed that got a PPP loan that's $150,000 or less. Okay, now one of the most common questions we get in our office is there going to be automatic forgiveness? The answer is no. There was an idea the last couple of months, and Congress was debating it, if there should be an automatic forgiveness for PPP loans under $150,000, but that did not go through. So there is no automatic forgiveness. If you got a PPP loan, $150,000 or less, you have to fill out this form, which is the Form 3508S, the updated version of this form. But they did their best to do the next best thing to automatic forgiveness, because this application you're going to see is very easy. It's a one-page form. You don't have to send in any documentation. So it's the closest thing to automatic forgiveness. Okay. Now, this is for self-employed, independent contractors, sole proprietorships, or single members LLC who got PPP1 and they filed their 2019 business taxes under Schedule C, and you used your 2019 Schedule C to file for PPP1, and that you did not have employees in payroll. Okay? Remember, employees in payroll means people you pay as employees from your business that you give them a W-2 at the end of the year. Independent contractors that you pay and you give them a 1099 at the end of the year are not employees. They're not in payroll. So if you're self-employed, independent contractor, sole proprietor, single member LLC, and you don't have employees in payroll, this is the forgiveness form that you need to fill out, and we're going to go step by step on how to fill it out. Okay, so basically, let's start. Where do you get the form? Okay, let's start with that. You get the form going to the, let's say you go to the SBA.gov website. This is the SBA.gov website. Go here where it says Coronavirus Small Business Guidance. Click Learn More. Here you see Coronavirus Relief Options, where it says Paycheck Protection Program, where it says PPP. You click there. It takes you to the PPP landing page. Here you have information on the PPP1, this is the PPP2, and then this right here is PPP forgiveness. You click Learn More, and basically there's a link here that says Forgiveness Forms. You click that, and see where it says SBA Form 3508S Paycheck Protection Program Forgiveness Application Updated 1/19/21. You click there. Once again, make sure you're getting PPP Loan Forgiveness Form 3508S. If that's effective January 19th. You download and this is the form. Okay, we will provide a link to this form on the description of this video, so that way you don't have to go through all those steps, but basically that's the way you get to this form. Okay, so let's go to the form. Here it is. So this is the form. Okay, I need to do this so it looks better and we see the entire content. Very good. So once again, the form details that this is for PPP loans that are $150,000 or less. Here you put your business legal name. If you are a self-employed independent contractor and you are not working under an LLC, then you will put your personal name. If you are working under an LLC, here you will just put the LLC name. The DBA, if your business has a DBA, here you put your business address. Once again, if you don't have an LLC, then you just put your personal address or the address that's on the Schedule C. So if take a look at your 2019 Schedule C, because this is where you reported your business income. And here where it says here, business address, this line here, put the address that's here, okay? Unless you have moved. If you have moved, then you need to put the new address. Now, in the NAICS code, this is where a lot of people have a lot of questions. Every industry has its own code. Where do you find this number? Where you have two choices. You can, once again, go to your Schedule C, see on box B, where it says enter code from instructions. There is a 6-digit code here. There should be. So that's your industry code. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of tax preparers that skip this part and only put here like 999999. But that won't fly with the SBA. So if you see here 99999, that means that your tax professional did not do this correctly. And in that case, you're going to have to go to the following website, which is, this is not it. It is over. Okay, let me see. Where's the website? Okay, here it is. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have to go to the NAICS website. And once again, we are going to provide a link to this website on the description below. You go to the NAICS.com, and here where it says NAICS code search, you click that. And here where it says NAICS search, here you put your, for example, if you are a real estate agent, you put real estate agent, click search, and see here where it says selling real estate agents. So this number here is your NAICS code. Okay, so here you put your industry or what do you do, click search and look for the code that best describes your business. So that's how you get that code. Okay, here then we go to the business tax identification number. If you work under an LLC, here you add your EIN number. If you're not working under the LLC, here you put your social security number, business phone, your name, your email. Let's go down. Then here we click first draw, okay, because you're asking for forgiveness for the first PPP. Apparently, you're going to have to use this same form if you apply for the second PPP loan. Here you put your SBA PPP loan number and the lender PPP loan number. This you get from the bank that gave you your loan, okay? Or when you signed the PPP loan documents, this is a document that you got. It says the SBA note, and it says here SBA loan number, and here this number here, that's your SBA PPP loan number, okay? But you can always check with your lender to see what's your loan number. Where it says PPP loan amount, here you put the amount that was deposited to your account, the amount of PPP loan the bank gave you. Here you put the date that the PPP funds were deposited into your account. Here, employees at time of application. if you're self-employed, independent contractor, single member LLC, the SBA states that here you put 1 and here you put 1. Okay? The cover period is the date. Here you put the date that you received the PPP funds, and then 2, you just put here the date that's 24 weeks after the first date. From the date that you got the funds, you put that date here, and then count 24 weeks forward, and that 24 weeks date, you put it in this line. Okay? Here you click it if you got a PPP loan that's $2 million or more, so this won't apply to you. Now here where it says amount of loan spent on payroll cost. Okay, now this is where a lot of people get confused because you're basically self-employed and you don't have payroll. But what you need to do is you go again to your Schedule C. All right, let's go to the Schedule C, which is right here. You go to your Schedule C that you use to fill out your 2019 Schedule C, which you use to fill out your PPP-1. You scroll down to line 31, the number that's here, you divide by 12, and you multiply by 2.5. So for example, if here it's $60,000, let's say on line 31 says $60,000. You take $60,000, divide by 12, and you multiply by 2.5. That's 12,500. So that's the number that you're going to put in this line on the amount of loans spent on payroll costs. Now, if your line 31 has over $100,000, let's say that it says $110,000, you only do this formula with $100,000. $100,000 is the max. Okay, so you do that math and you put that number here on loan amount spent. On requested loan forgiveness, it's the same number. Okay, it's line 31 divided by 12 multiplied by 2.5. That's the forgiveness amount that you are eligible to get. Now, if your loan amount that you received is higher than the requested forgiveness amount, that means that you received PPP funds that you received more than you should have. So whatever you don't get forgiven, you have to pay back, or it becomes a loan with the bank. Once you do this, then you basically have to put your initials in. You're certifying that you use the funds correctly. You're certifying that you received the correct amount. You put your initials here and here. You put your signature, print your name, put the date, your title, which should be owner. Okay, and basically you're done. This is what you need to send to the bank. Now, the banks, you need to submit this form with the bank or the lender that gave you the PPP funds. You do not submit this to the SBA. So if you got your PPP loan through Cabbage, you filled out the 3508S with Cabbage. If you got it with Bank of America, you fill out this form and send it to Bank of America. Now, most lenders have their own version of this form online, but they're going to ask you the exact same questions. So you should print this out, fill it out, and when you go to the online version of the 3508S form of your bank, then you know exactly what to put in the online version. All right? Now, one thing that we wanted to mention is that according to this form, it says documents that each borrower should maintain but is not required to submit. And this is where we're having issues with banks, because according to the new PPP forgiveness rules, if you fill out this form, you should not have to send documentation to prove that you did the calculation correctly. you're going to have to keep your records for 4 years just in case the SBA wants to audit your case. But we have seen that the banks don't know this. The banks are still asking for documentation. If they do, they most probably are going to ask for a copy of your 2019 Schedule C, because they want to at least check that using the formula of line 31 divided by 12 multiplied by 2.5, that's the number that you put on your forgiveness application in this line, the requested loan forgiveness. Okay. Now we are having issue with banks. We are doing this through the banks, and they're still asking for payroll documents, which if you're self-employed, you don't have payroll. So have a little bit of patience with your bank. We're not having that issue with Cabbage or Bluevine, but other banks are requesting documentation they're not supposed to be asking for. So basically, you're done. That's basically it. You're done with your forgiveness form. Very simple. Send it to the bank that gave you the PPP funds. Now, remember, we are in tax season. A lot of business owners are calling our office to see if we can help them do their taxes. The answer is yes. We are authorized by the IRS to do taxes for individuals and businesses that are located in any of the 50 U.S. states. So this is our contact information. And remember that we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies where we do tax, accounting, we do immigration, we do real estate, and we also do insurance and financial planning. So we can help you in many, many ways. Okay. Now, thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you have received value out of this information, like this video and share it with someone that can take advantage of this information. So thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.